House Watchers. How are y'all doing today? This is your October 2020 Tarot and Astrology Reading. First, I'll be going over some astrological aspects and transits that are happening this month, and then I'll be getting into your reading with the cards. For anyone that's new here, I'm Sarah. This is Cancer Capricorn Guidance. I am a Cancer Sun, Capricorn Moon, Libra Rising, and I'm here to bring you love, light, and guidance through tarot, astrology, and spirituality. In my description box, you can find my email. If you'd like to reach out to me to schedule a personal reading, please feel free to do so. You can also find my Instagram. Feel free to give me a follow. You can also find a couple different links to a few Spotify playlists I've made. If you're curious about what I listen to or you're trying to get into some new music, feel free to check those out. But anyways, Leo, let's get into some of these aspects and transits that are happening for you this month. On the 1st of October, you probably felt the effects of that full moon in Aries. This was a big one. It had a lot of very charged energy. This had a lot to do with aligning with our purpose or our purpose becoming illuminated to us. So it was either something about your purpose or you understanding finally what you really want, how you really feel about something. You might have had a really sudden urge or showing up of emotions that you didn't know were there, and you were finally understanding and coming to terms with how you actually felt about something, or something that you really want, so your purpose or what you're supposed to be doing became really clear to you, and now you want to start to move towards that. And with the Venus in Virgo on the 2nd of October, we can take some of that energy that we felt from the full moon in Aries and some of the clarity we got and kind of put it into action and start to ground it into some practicality and some logistical planning. With Venus going into Virgo, it's really about putting in a little bit of extra effort into the scheduling, the planning, the breaking it down and figuring out how you want to navigate this when it comes to what you want to start putting your time and energy into. That Venus in Virgo in that nice earth sign, it's really going to bring a lot of grounding and practicality to all these new ideas or new feelings or new desires that you discovered with that Aries moon. On the 4th of October, we have Pluto going direct in Capricorn. Now, Pluto is the outermost planet in our solar system, and it was retrograde from April 25th until the 4th. And so during this retrograde, we saw a lot of upheavals, a lot of big things happening, a lot of big things being revealed, a lot of tower moments, a lot of things crashing down around us. And now that Pluto is going direct in Capricorn, I think the dust is going to start to settle and we're going to start to see things a little bit more clearly in terms of, okay, so all these towers fell, now what? How do we start to rebuild? How do we start to pick up these pieces? How do we build this in a different way and into stronger structures than they were before, so that they don't crash down again? That Pluto in Capricorn really wants to start to make these changes and start to pick up the pieces after all these changes happen. So now Pluto in Capricorn really wants to start moving forward really steadily, consistently, and intentionally. And then on the 9th of October, we have Mars in Aries squaring Pluto in Capricorn. So now with this Pluto going direct in Capricorn, when it squares Mars in Aries, there's going to be some conflict and tension in terms of Pluto trying to finally move forward and, gradually let things fall back into place so that change can happen and we move forward. That Mars retrograding in Aries is really going to it's still facing those obstacles and those setbacks that we've been experiencing during this Mars retrograde in Aries. So it's going to be difficult for these changes to come, but I think once Mars goes direct in Aries, a lot of these outer planets that are going direct in Capricorn are going to be exalted by that and really pushed forward through that when Mars goes direct again. On the 11th and the 15th, we have the Sun in Libra squaring Jupiter in Capricorn and the Sun in Libra squaring Pluto in Capricorn. So the Sun in Libra squaring these outer planets in Capricorn really has to do with these outer planets wanting to change and grow and expand and really start to push things forward again after all of these retrogrades. But the Sun in Libra is really still in that place of ego where it's like, I'm comfy here, things are fine here, things are somewhat balanced here, and I don't want to really disrupt that. But I think these outer planets squaring the Sun in Libra, with them in Capricorn, I think they're really challenging us to think about, we really have to get uncomfortable, and discomfort is kind of required of us in order to grow and expand and transform and change into new people, or even if we're talking about larger scale with these outer planets as a society, So the Sun in Libra really wants to stay in that place of ego, like everything's fine here, but these outer planets in Capricorn are really going to challenge us to think about, okay, we got to grow, and that means we have to move from where we are, we have to get uncomfortable. And of course, on the 13th, we have Mercury going retrograde in Scorpio. This is going to be a big one. I think a lot of us are going to be feeling the effects of this. I think this Mercury retrograde is just like any other where you might experience like hiccups in technology or communication or travel. So always plan ahead and look things over 3 times before you sign contracts. You know the deal. But this is also a lot about, I think there's going to be some deep emotions being dug up, some deep things from the past that aren't fully healed. But remember, this is a time during any Mercury retrograde, there's going to be things that get thrown in your face. And with it in Scorpio, it might be really heavy. It might be things from the past that really go deep, but it's always purposeful. It's always to show you that this thing needs resolution. This thing needs healing. This thing needs to be handled and put away for good. I think this is going to bring up some things from the past that are really heavy and tough, but I think it's going to be really important to lean into these emotions, lean into this heaviness and embrace it so that we can really feel it and purge it and then let it go and move on. On the 16th, we have a new moon in Libra. This is going to be really great for you, Leo. This will be a really good time to bring in some inner balance, some inner peace and harmony back into our inner selves. This moon in Libra is really about finding that peace and a little bit of like harmony within ourselves, even if there's a lot of chaos going on around us. How can you bring your inner and outer selves into alignment so that you feel more at peace and in balance? On the 21st, we have Venus in Virgo trine Pluto in Capricorn. So again, with this Venus in Virgo, whatever you've been putting a lot of time and energy, effort, resources into, whatever you've been focusing a lot on and really finding value in, that Pluto in Capricorn trine with it is really going to bring in a little bit of luck, a little bit of change, and there may be a shift from casual to serious if it's like a relationship that you've been putting a lot of time into, or if you've been working really hard on a side hustle, you might start to see a little bit of income come in from that or progress with that of some sort. That Pluto in Capricorn is going to reward you with a little bit more stability of whatever you've been putting in a lot of time and energy into. And then on the 22nd, we have the Sun entering Scorpio. Again, I think a lot of the same things as the Mercury retrograde in Scorpio are going to be coming up this Scorpio season. I think there's going to be some heavy emotions that a lot of us are working through, but this is a good time to get in touch with the Scorpio within us, even if you don't have any in your chart. This is a good time to get in touch with our very reflective and perceptive selves. Scorpios have a really good eye for understanding the people around them and their emotions. They're very empathic. You know, they're a water sign. They're very intuitive. So this is a good time to step into that perceptive part of yourself that is good at, you know, looking at and understanding your own feelings and also the feelings of other people. This is also a good time to let go of and kind of start to release anything that you've been holding on to really tightly, whether it's emotionally or some things that you really need to let go of and move on from, anything that you've been kind of suppressing or holding down or holding on to too tightly. This is a really good time to kind of release that and let that go and purge that stuff so that you can move into new, fresher emotional energy. And then on the 27th, we have Venus entering Libra. Venus is at home in the sign of Libra, so this is a really good time to get in touch with that Libra Venusian energy, the really bringing in a lot of like harmony and balance into your spaces, into your relationships, you know, doing something really nice for your partner or your loved ones, that romantic side of yourself. It's good to get in touch with that, to bring some balance and harmony back into your spaces, maybe rearrange your furniture, like that very Venusian Libra energy. This is a good time to step into that part of yourself that really brings in a lot of flow and harmony into your surroundings, your relationships, whatever. And then on the 31st, on Halloween, we have the second full moon of the month. This is a big deal because this doesn't happen often. This is a blue moon when there's 2 full moons in 1 month. And this full moon is going to be in Taurus. And it's on Halloween. This is really going to make us think about what makes us feel safe and secure, and then kind of think about anything that doesn't make us feel that way. It's time to really start to purge out those things. I think this is really going to make us think about, you know, do we feel at home in our homes, in our environments? Do we feel safe and stable? Do our relationships provide us with stability and security? Do our jobs provide us with that? This is really time to take a look at those things and really get real with ourselves about, is this providing me with the stability and security I need? If it's not, it's time to make some changes. All right, Leo, that was your aspect and transit breakdown for the month of October. There's a lot going on. I didn't even touch on all of the things that are happening, but I wanted to focus on some that might be relevant to you. So I hope that that will help you navigate some of the energy shifts that will be happening this month. And I hope that that kind of sets the stage for this reading so we can tap into some of those energies. So Leo, how have y'all been doing? Leo. I'm not really tapping come into anything. I might just get into your reading, Leo. You're not letting me in, letting me know what's going on. Leo, I think you're happy but tired. I think you like where you are right now, but you just want a break. I'm getting that. I'm getting that you've reached some milestone, you're in a good place, you're content, but you want a break. You want a rest from the chaos of it. Maybe you've gone through a lot of changes recently. Yeah, let's get into the reading. That's all I'm really picking up on. Any messages for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, Mars, any placements you may have in your chart, any energy you've been vibing with. Messages for Leo for the month of October 2020. Messages of love. Whoa. Oh, wow, that card's been coming out for a lot of people. Interesting. Messages for Leo. Any other messages for Leo? Whoa. I think 2 cards. Yeah, wow. 3 cards. I'll take it, honestly. They're like flipped over in the deck. Interesting. I'm going to pull an overall energy just because that was weird. Oh my god, wow. All right, Leo. This is going to be interesting. So we had 7 cards fall out, and I always will take them if there's not too many, but we have the Lovers as the overall energy. So you could be connecting with a Gemini. This could be about a partner or a lover of some sort. And then we have the 7 of Cups, the 5 of Swords reversed, the Page of Wands reversed, the Emperor, the 7 of Wands, the Star reversed, and the Page of Swords. Interesting. Okay, Leo. So with the Lovers as the overall energy, you could be connecting with Gemini. You could be connecting with a lover of some sort. You could be coming into union with someone. Yeah, I think this one's pretty self-explanatory. I think you're in love. You're connecting with someone that you really, really love. I'll come back to it though. I'll get into the other stuff and see if it's... So we have the 7 of Cups and the 5 of Swords reversed. I'm definitely getting that there's something to do with emotional options here. I think that Leos, maybe you're just thinking about love, you're thinking about the kind of partner you want, and you're looking at all your different options that you have. Or you're in love, but maybe you or your partner is kind of still shopping. I'm definitely getting like a, thinking about all the options that you still do have, or thinking about all the options you missed out on because you're in a relationship now. There's something to do with like you're thinking about your current partner, or you're thinking about love in general and what you want it to look like and who you want it to be with, and you're exploring the different options right now. I think you're definitely letting go of some resentment of some sort, some kind of grudge. You're letting it go because whoever it is you're connecting with, this could be a karmic connection of some sort. There probably was a lot of love there. There is a lot of love there, but this might be a karmic connection where it's meant to teach you something and it's not your true person that you're supposed to be with. It's just a cycle that you went on to get your lesson and have your lesson learned. But I'm definitely getting that you're starting to look at options again, and you're letting go of grudges. You're letting go of some resentment that you were holding on to. I'll come back to it. With the Page of Wands reversed, yeah, I think there was something that like, there's so many options on the table, or you were with someone or are with someone, but you're still looking at options, and this other person is letting go of that grudge that they know that you are still kind of out there looking for other things. Or maybe you're coming to terms with the fact that you want love, but you're still out here looking for options. And I think there's some resentment that you're letting go of because maybe you used to feel a certain way about other people where you didn't like when other people are players, but now you're kind of in that space. But I think there's something to do with the Page of Wands reverse. There's something fizzling out. It's like some kind of passionate fling that you experienced or some kind of passion project. You're looking at it like it never got off the ground. Oh. Maybe you were with someone but still exploring options at the time. Or they were still exploring options and that really hurt you, but you're letting go of that grudge and resentment. And you're just looking at it differently now. Like it fizzled out because it never got off the ground. We never took it anywhere because when I was with this person, they were still exploring other options. So it never really turned into a real connection. Yeah. I think, Leo, here, I'm getting a lot of from this energy, whatever the situation may be, is that you're looking at things differently now. You're looking at things differently now and letting go of a lot and kind of accepting it for what it is. Like looking at it differently now and saying, oh, well, it was just, I'm kind of over it now. Like I don't care as much anymore. I don't hold that bitterness anymore because it was just something that fizzled out and never got off the ground. And if that's the case, then I guess it wasn't meant to be. I'm definitely getting that. And then we have the Emperor. I think the Emperor is saying that with your letting go of control, with your letting go of the bitterness and the grudge, that was you still holding on to control. But with you letting go and accepting this for what it is, that is you stepping back into your control and power. I think for a long time you were trying to control, but you fell out of control, and all that it took was you letting go of that control in order to get back in a place of control. Does that make any sense? Like, the moment we let go of control is when we start to have it again because we're going with the flow and then things start to work out better for us. Because I think for a long time, or maybe you're still in this space where you wanted so much control over the situation and you were so defensive and you were fighting so hard for this thing to happen, for this connection to happen, for this relationship to pan out, for this person to stop seeing other people, for this thing to get off the ground. And you're letting go of that resentment now because for a long time you were just struggling, like holding on so tightly onto the control of it, and you just don't want to do that anymore. And you're finally starting to give up on that because you know there's no point in doing that. You know there's no point in trying to have so much control over a situation. There's no point in putting all of your energy into defending something or trying to make something work when the other person isn't. You're feeling like that's hopeless. That's a lost cause. There's no point in me doing that. There's no point in me having all this control over the situation because it just leaves me feeling exhausted and out of control. It doesn't even help me. Leo, I'm kind of looking at this backwards. I'm seeing that maybe you're starting to step into a place of where you're looking at options again and you're kind of looking for love. I think that's something that you're searching for, and you're letting go of a lot of past grudges and resentments because holding on to them isn't serving you anymore, and it's blocking you from experiencing new love and having new people come in and like really truly looking at the other options. You're starting to let go. I think you're in a place now where you're feeling good and entering a space where you want to start like looking for love again, but it's required you to do a lot of letting go, and it's like you coming to terms with like how things didn't work out in the past and how, you know, passion isn't everything. You have to ground it in other things. You're letting go of your control and like force to try to make things work when they're just not working. I think in the past you may have tried to force relationships because you just wanted love, because you just wanted relationships, but there wasn't a true connection there. I think for a long time you're trying to control a situation and really get a hold on it so that, you know, it could be what you wanted it to be, but you're kind of letting go of that because you're seeing how pointless it is to always feel this need to control things because it just leaves you feeling exhausted and out of control, and you're just like not seeing the hope in trying to control something so hard into whatever it is you want to make it. You're just like, I just want to stop trying so hard. I'm not trying to control anyone. I'm not trying to control the outcome of a situation. I'm not trying to control fate and the way this is supposed to go, the way I'm supposed to meet my person. You're just like letting go of all that, and you may even be feeling kind of hopeless where you're like, well, maybe I'm just not meant to find love, or not meant to find it right now. Like, you know, I put myself out before and I've gotten really burned. You're feeling kind of on the hopeless end. But I think with the Page of Swords, it's like you know what? No, I'm going to step into a place of exploration. I want to go out and explore what's out there and see what's out there. See what kind of people are out there for me. I want to meet new people. I want to be flirty and witty. Leos are so flirty and witty. Leos are so flirty and witty. And I think that you're like stepping back into a place of confidence. I think for a long time you were in a place of like hopelessness about, you know, finding the kind of relationship that you want, but you really are on the hunt for love, I think. I think you're really looking forward to finding a true love, a true match for you, like something that's actually going to work for you and be what you want it to be without you having to try, without you having to control it, without you having to like, you know, steer it and like work so hard to make it work. I think you're letting go of a lot of past resentments that have to do with all the times that it didn't work. You're accepting things for the way they were in the past. You're letting go of a lot of control. You're trying to let go of this hopelessness and despair about finding love. And then you're just trying to like step out there. I think these two cards on the outside sandwiching all that is you stepping into this new place, reflecting back on all the stuff that you're like moving on from and letting go of. And then, yeah, it's like, I want to be flirty. I want to put myself out there. I want to have fun. I want to meet people. I want to talk to people. I just want to have fun and I want to date and see what's out there. I really like this for you, Leo. Let's pull 3 cards of advice for you. 3 cards of advice for Leo regarding this spread. 3 cards of advice for Leo regarding this spread. 2 more cards of advice for Leo regarding this spread. Whoa, that was too many. You know what? I'll take it. You have 4 cards of advice, Leo. I guess there was a lot of messages for you. You had a bunch fall out for the advice. So we have the 5 of Pentacles reversed, the 6 of Wands, the Temperance reversed, and the Chariot. With the 5 of Pentacles reversed, I think it's you finally stepping out of this place of, I'm alone, I'm so lonely, I'm so single, I have such a lack mindset, and I'm thinking so much about what I don't have in my life, the ways in which I'm not abundant. But I think it's you finally stepping out of that energy. You're not feeling sorry for yourself anymore. You're not staying in this place of, I don't deserve this, or I'm so lonely and I'm gonna stay this way forever. Leo, I think you're really ready to like meet someone and have something real. I think you're just tired of like being the one that sabotages yourself. I think you're starting to look at the ways in which you've taken a part in things like not going the way you wanted it to, because you tried to make them a certain way. You tried to have control over the outcome of situations and it just backfired at you. I think this is you letting go of that lack mindset of like, I don't deserve this, you know, I'm not going to find what I'm looking for, there's no one out there for me, everyone just plays me, nothing works out in my favor. You're letting go of all those negative mindsets of I'm alone and I'm not meant for anyone. Because when you stay in that place of I'm so alone, the universe is going to be like, that's right, you are. Because that's not how you manifest. You have to look at yourself and be like, I'm already abundant. I already have what I need. And I'm manifesting a partner to come share in this with me. When you feel that you have nothing, it's gonna backfire at you manifest-wise, because it's like the universe is gonna keep showing you nothing. If you're in a negative mindset, you're gonna keep meeting negativity. If you're in a positive mindset, like, I'm a great person, I love myself, and I'm going to find a really great person who loves me just as much as I love myself. That's how you bring in and attract new positive energy, and that's how you attract a new person to come into your space. And you have to put yourself out there, and you know that. If you tell yourself you're lonely all the time, you're never going to leave the house and actually go and try to meet people. But now I think you're ready to step into a place where you are ready to meet people and stop staying in this victim mindset and this lack mindset of I don't have anyone and I'm all alone. You're done with that. Because it's not serving you anymore. And with the 6 of Wands, it's telling you to remind yourself how great you are, how successful you are, how confident you are. Leos, you are so confident and it's so charming and people love that about you. You have to remember that. You have to know how hot you are, how successful you are, like how much of a catch you are to be with, and how much you should be celebrated. And that you should use that as a standard, that like you want someone who wants to be with you. You want someone where you don't have to work so hard to get them to want to be with you too. You don't want to have to work so hard to get someone to like stop playing with other options and just choose you. You know how hot you are, and you don't need someone else to determine that for you. You're ready to be in a place of confidence again where you're strutting your stuff, and like you're cool with who you are, and you're confident enough to show your true self to people. Because Leos are also nerds, but they hide that a lot. I think you guys are ready to step into a place where you're your true self, and you're just trying to shine and be who you are and be in that place of confidence, because that's attractive and that will attract someone too. With the Temperance reversed, I think this is reminding you to check yourself sometimes and make sure that you're in alignment before you find someone. I think there might be a little bit of imbalance here, and that's what's kind of kept you from moving forward with this. That's kind of kept you from really putting yourself out there and seeking a partner. I think there was some imbalance within yourself, and you might need a little bit more work to try to bring some inner peace and inner alignment to yourself. That new moon in Libra is going to be a really great time to do that. To just check in with yourself and say, like, am I feeling good? Am I feeling balanced emotionally? Am I ready to bring in a new partner? Is that what I really want? To really like get real with yourself and make sure you're feeling good and in balance before you move forward, before you charge forward with a new connection, or before you charge forward into dating apps and meeting people and whatever. Just make sure you're in alignment with yourself, and then go wild, have fun, charge forward, because Leos, I know you know what you want. I know that you know what you're looking for, so go after it. Have fun. So Leo, I'm going to pull one last card for you. It is an oracle card from the I Am Everything deck, and it's just cute little affirmations, and I think it'll be a nice way to finish up this reading. So Leo, any last messages for Leo here? One last message for Leo regarding this spread. Oh wow, that's nice. I am resilient. It's the number 23, if that means anything to you. If my mood wavers, it doesn't stay that way permanently. I allow myself to feel my feelings until I can refocus my thoughts on the positive. I do not judge myself for being human. I am resilient. Leo, you're snapping back from this. You're coming out of this. You're forgiving yourself for the ways you were in the past, and you're just ready to be yourself again and get back out there and put yourself out there despite the pain that you've experienced in love, maybe. And you are resilient, because look at you, ready to go for love again despite how much you've been hurt in the past. You're ready to find love because you know it's what you really want, and you have the resilience to go out there and put yourself out there again. Leo, that's all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. I really loved doing this for you. If this resonated with you at all, if there were any messages in here for you that really spoke to you, please tell me about it in the comments down below. I would love to hear about it. Again, in my description box, you can find my email where you can reach out to me if you want to schedule a personal reading. You can find my Instagram. Feel free to give me a follow. You can also find a couple different Spotify links to those Spotify playlists. Leo, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Have a wonderful rest of your Libra season and enjoy your Scorpio season. You will survive these retrogrades, I promise. And I will see you in the next reading. Thank you so much for watching.